Well, after the success of the Terminator in 1984, we got ourselves another kind of a cyborg character, but only he's more a hero. Let's talk about the original Robocop, which is celebrating its 35th anniversary this month. Big D's entertainment rankings and reviews. I hope you don't mind. That wasn't quite close to sound like Schwarzenegger. I was trying to do Peter Weller, so if that sounded like Schwarzenegger, I apologize. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1987 sci-fi action flick Robocop, released by Orion Pictures, directed by Paul Verhoeven, with a screenplay by Edward Neumeier and Michael Myers, starring Peter Weller in the title role, along with Nancy Allen, Daniel Hurley, Ronny Cox, Kurtwood Smith, and Miguel Ferrer. The film is set in a crime-ridden, Detroit in the near future, where the film centers on a police officer named Alex Murphy who was murdered by a gang of criminals and subsequently revived by the mega corporation Omni Consumer Products as the cyborg law enforcer Robocop. Unaware of his former life, he executes a brutal campaign against crime while coming to terms with the lingering fragments of his humanity. This film was a pretty big success and what have you. Anyway, now this film was conceived by Edward Neumeier while working on the set of Blade Runner, which came out 5 years before this, and he had developed the idea further with Miner. And their script was purchased in '85 by producer John Davison on behalf of Orion. But finding a director proved difficult, and Verhoeven dismissed the script twice because he did not understand its satirical content until convinced of it by his wife. Rob Bottin led the special effects team in creating practical effects, violent gore, and the costume for Robocop. Well, anyway, that's all I'm going to tell you for now. But now, let's talk about the story. In a near-future dystopia, Detroit is on the brink of societal and financial collapse. Overwhelmed by crime and dwindling resources, the city grants of mega corporation Omni Consumer Products, or OCP, control over the Detroit Police Department. OCP Senior President Dick Jones demonstrates ED-209, a law enforcement droid designed to supplement the police. ED-209 malfunctions and brutally kills an executive, allowing ambitious junior executive Bob Moran to introduce the chairman, or the old man, to his own project, Robocop. Meanwhile, Officer Alex Murphy is transferred to the Metro West Precinct. Murphy and his new partner, Ann Lewis, pursue notorious criminal Clarence Boddicker and his gang, Emil Antonovsky, Leon Nash, Joe Cox, and Steve Min. The gang ambushes and tortures Murphy until Boddicker fatally shoots him. Moran has Murphy's corpse converted into Robocop, a powerful and heavily armored cyborg with no memory of his former life. Robocop is programmed with 3 prime directives. Excuse me, everyone. Serve the public trust, protect the innocent, and uphold the law. A 4th prime directive, Directive 4, is classified. Robocop is assigned to Metro West and hailed by the media for his brutally efficient campaign against crime. Yes. Let me see. I'm just. That's when the fun really begins. Before I get back into the story, I like his first night of fighting crime. He takes out this goon who's upholding a convenience store. He stops him and turns the barrel of his gun up and then throws him right into where some of the frozen foods or drinks were, or some cold drinks were, or something. Yeah, because he was robbing them and what have you. And then he turns back to the store owners and he's like, "Thank you for your cooperation. Good night." And off he goes. Yes. And then he catches two goons trying to rape a woman. Then comes up, let the woman go, you are under arrest. Manages to stop the one goon that's holding her, about to slash her with a knife, aims right down the crotch, and boy, ouch! Managing not to hurt the innocent woman, then turns to the other one like, your move, creep. Which that's easily one of the best lines I've heard I like in the movie. Now, where was I? Okay, enough said. Back to the story. Robocop is assigned to Metro West and hailed by the media for his. Well, I've already said that. Oops, my mistake. Lewis suspects he is Murphy, recognizing the unique way he holsters his gun, a trick Murphy learned to impress his son. During maintenance, Robocop experiences a nightmare of Murphy's death. He leaves the station and encounters Lewis, who addresses him as Murphy. While on patrol, Robocop arrests Emil, who recognizes Murphy's mannerisms, furthering Robocop's recall. Robocop then uses the police database to identify Emil's associates and review Murphy's police record. Robocop recalls further memories while exploring Murphy's former home, his wife and son having moved away following his death. Elsewhere, Jones gets Biker to murder Morin in revenge for Morin's attempting to usurp his position at OCP. Robocop tracks down the Biker gang and a shootout occurs. He brutally assaults Biker, who confesses to working for Jones. Robocop attempts to kill Biker until his programming directs him to uphold the law. He attempts to arrest Jones at OCP Tower, but Directive 4 is activated, a fail-safe measure to neutralize Robocop when acted against an OCP executive. Jones admits his culpability in Morin's death and releases an ED-209 to destroy Robocop. Although he escapes, Robocop is assaulted by the police force on OCP's order and is badly damaged. Lewis helps Robocop escape to an abandoned steel mill to repair himself. Alright, now for the ending. As always, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue after the 5 seconds. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Angered by OCP's underfunding and short staffing, the police force goes on strike and Detroit descends into chaos as riots break out throughout the city. Jones frees Biker and his remaining gang, arming them with high-powered weaponry to destroy Robocop. At the steel mill, Biker's men are quickly eliminated, but Lewis is badly injured and Robocop becomes trapped under steel girders. Even so, he kills Biker by stabbing him in the throat with his data spike. Then, Robocop confronts Jones at OCP Tower during a board meeting, revealing the truth behind Morin's murder. Jones, in order to escape, takes the old man hostage, but is promptly fired from OCP, nullifying Directive 4 and allowing Robocop to shoot him. The old man compliments Robocop's shooting and asks his name. Robocop replies, Murphy. End of story. Just a little few seconds off. Okay, so what did I think of Robocop? I love this movie. It's absolutely a great film. It was actually released on this day 35 years ago on July 17th in 1987. The film became a big hit for Orion. And, well, according to sources, Verhoeven emphasized violence throughout the film, making it so outlandish it became comical. Even so, censorship boards believed it was too extreme, and several scenes were shortened and modified to secure an acceptable theatrical rating. Despite predicted difficulties in marketing the film, particularly because of its title, the film was expected to perform well based on pre-release critic screenings and positive word of mouth. It was a financial success upon its release, earning $53 million. Reviews placed the film as a clever action film with deeper philosophical messages and satire, but were more conflicted over the extreme violence throughout. But hey, it's fine and all. But I liked all that action, what have you, and some of the comical moments. Now, since its release, the film had been analyzed for themes including the nature of humanity, personal identity, corporate greed, and corruption, and is seen as a rebuke of the policies of President Ronald Reagan. The film became such a big success, and I gotta say, it's pretty darn awesome. The film became a big franchise for Orion, starting with Robocop 2 in 1990 and and the third one in 1993, plus a short-lived children's animated series, multiple live-action television shows, video games, comic books, toys, clothing, and other merchandise. There was a reboot of RoboCop, which came out in 2014, which was okay, but not great though, or good. And there was a direct sequel to the original film, tentatively titled RoboCop Returns. Which is currently in development as of 2020, which like some recent direct sequels and what have you, like Halloween 2018 and let's see. Oh, let's see. It's hard for me to put my finger on this and figure this out. Well, I think you know the story. It ignores the other entries in the series. But hey, I'm understanding. Well, we'll hope for the best that this will be done. And not only that, it is revealed that a prequel TV series is in development as well, which will focus on young Dick Jones and the rise of Omni consumer products. Nevertheless, I love the film. It's got great direction from Paul Verhoeven, who would later go on to direct films like Showgirls and Hollow Man. Let's see. And the score by Basil Poledouris, if I mispronounce it, I apologize, is incredible. I especially like the great music that's playing on RoboCop's first night. It's incredible. Effects are amazing. The action is awesome. What can I say? I really, really enjoyed every bit of RoboCop. It was just so cool. Like I said, even with the comic relief and what have you, and some of the satire and what have you, it still made RoboCop pretty darn enjoyable. Now our cast is great too. Peter Weller, I especially did like him as Alex Murphy in RoboCop. Very good. Nancy Allen played Ann Lewis. She was very good. Daniel O'Hurley played the old man, who I know him best as Cochran from Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, and he was also in The Last Starfighter. Ryan Cox played Dick Jones, the senior president of OCP. Kurtwood Smith played Clarence Biker. Great job, great villain. And Miguel Ferrer played Bob Moran, ambitious OCP junior executive responsible for the Robocop project. It also includes Paul McCrane, Ray Wise, and several others. Really something. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. This film is just so incredible. It has been released on physical media in numerous ways. Let's see. Well, more recently, it was released in 2019 by Arrow Video, featuring a 4K resolution restoration approved by Verhoeven from the original film negative. It includes lots of other stuff, plus it includes the theatrical television cuts and special extended versions of the film. If that's still at a good price, maybe I'll look into it. I'd love to see it. I think I recall that some company did put out the extended cut alone on DVD or Blu-ray. I'll have to look again. But anyway, with everything said, great cast, great story, great effects, great direction, great score. Enough said. Would I recommend RoboCop? The answer's easily a hell yeah. This is one flick you must see. I mean, if you liked The Terminator, you might like Robocop if you've never seen it. So this is a film I would highly recommend. hmm So what are your thoughts on Robocop? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me next time when I bring to you the first of a couple spoiler-free reviews of movies I just recently watched this past weekend. I'm not sure which will be first. It'll be either Disney's Zombies 3 or Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank. Stay tuned and find out. So thanks for watching. If you like this, check out my reviews for these other films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of one of the films I just talked about, The Terminator from 1984, which was also released by Orion. In the upper right-hand corner is my review of its big hit sequel, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Or if you would like something different, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my recent spoiler-free review for Marvel Studios' Thor: Love and Thunder. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.